Hello friends, welcome to the video. My name is Ramohan. In this video, I am going to discuss some important divisibility techniques, or we can say divisibility rules. With these rules, we can check whether a particular number is divisible by another number. This will definitely help you to solve some simplification problems very quickly. What is division and what is divisibility? When A and B are two numbers, then A by B is called the operation of division. We all know that one. Where A is the dividend, whereas A is called as dividend and B is the divisor. In this case, when the remainder is 0, we can say that A is completely divisible by B. Now let us see some important divisibility rules or divisibility techniques. First thing, divisible by 2. When the last digit of a number is either 0 or even number, then the number is divisible by 2. It is very simple and you all must be knowing this one. Let us take an example. 14, 68, 592, these numbers if you see, these are even numbers. And we know that this is divisible by 2. And in this case 1000 is ending with 0 and so it is divisible by 2. Divisible by 3, 9 and 18. The idea of putting these three together is the divisibility rule is more or less same for these three numbers. So if I put these three rules together, it is easy to remember for you people. Okay, now let us see the divisibility rule by 3. When the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Let us take an example. The number is 31,236 and sum of the digits is 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6, which is equal to 15. We know that 15 is divisible by 3 and hence the number 31,236 is also divisible by 3. Now let us see the divisibility rule of 9. When the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 9, then the number itself is divisible by 9. Let us take an example. 1,89,072 is a number and the sum of the digits is 27. We know that 27 is divisible by 9 and therefore the number 1,89,072 is also divisible by 9. This rule applies to all the numbers, whether it is 1,89,072 or some other number. The rule applies to every number. When the sum of the digits is equal to 9, the number itself is divisible by 9. Now let us see the divisibility rule of 18. A number is divisible by 18 when it is even number and sum of the digits is divisible by 9. There are two conditions in this divisibility rule. One is the number should be even number and the sum of the digits should be divisible by 9. That is the second one. Okay, let us take an example. 7,54,398 is a number and sum of the digits is coming to 36, which is divisible by 9. So the first condition is fulfilled and the number is an even number, we know, because it is ending with an even digit. So both the conditions are fulfilled, therefore the number is divisible by 18. Now the divisibility rules of 4, 8 and 16. These three are more or less similar. That's the reason they are grouped together. Divisibility rule of 4. Let us see the divisibility rule of 4. When the last two digits of a number is divisible by 4, then the number is also divisible by 4. And again, the number having two or more zeros at the end is also divisible by 4. In both the conditions, it is divisible by 4. Let us see an example. 76,412. Any number you can take. I am taking 76,412. Last two digits, that is 12. We know that 12 is divisible by 4. Therefore, the entire number is also divisible by 4. Again, let us take one more number, 27,900 or 4,25,000, whatever. These numbers are ending with zeros. The another thing is when the number having two or more zeros at the end is also divisible by 4. We have seen already. So these numbers are also divisible by 4. Now let us see the divisibility rule of 8. When the last three digits of a number is divisible by 8, then the number is also divisible by 8. And again, also the number having three or more zeros at the end is also divisible by 8. Let us see an example. 9,32,168. I am taking this number. We know that last three digits, which is 168. 168 is divisible by 8. That we know. Therefore, the number is also divisible by 8. And let us take one more number. 6,25,000, which is having three zeros in the end. So the number having three zeros and more is also divisible by 8. Therefore, this number is also divisible by 8. Now, let us see the divisibility rule of 16. This is also more or less same. When the last four digits of a number is divisible by 16, then the number is also divisible by 16. Here the number is 891,632 and last four digits 1632. We know that 1632 is divisible by 16. 16 ones and 16 twos. When it is divisible by 16, therefore the entire number 8,91,632 is also divisible by 16. Divisible by 5. This is very simple. The numbers having 0 or 5 at the end are divisible by 5. The examples are 355, 16,575, 23,450 or 1,82,750. The above numbers are divisible by 5 because they have 0 or 5 at the end. Next, divisible by 6. When a number is divisible by both 3 and 2, then the number is divisible by 6 also. Examples: 126, 7,818 or 12,720, etc. These are divisible by 6 because they are divisible by both 3 and 2. Divisible by 7 and 13. Again the idea is same because the divisible rules are same for both the numbers. They are grouped together. Let us see the divisibility. Divisible by 7. If a number is divisible by 7, when the difference between the number formed by last three digits and rest of the digits is divisible by 7. It will be clear if you see an example now. Let us take one number, 347,424 is the number. The difference between last three digits and rest of the digits is 424 is the last three digits and rest of the digits is 347. So the bigger number minus smaller number. Here the difference is 424 minus 347, which is equal to 77. So we know that 77 is divisible by 7. So when it is divisible by 7, so the number is also divisible by 7. So the condition is fulfilled here. What is given here? Number is divisible by 7 when the difference between the number formed by last 3 digits and rest of the digits is divisible by 7. So when that particular condition is fulfilled, this number is divisible by 7. Now let us see the divisibility rule of 13. A number is divisible by 13 when the difference between the number formed by last 3 digits and rest of the digits is divisible by 13. This same rule. Example is 255 216 and last 3 digits is 216 and the rest of the digits is 255. So the difference is 255 minus 216, which is equal to 13. We know that 13 is divisible by 13. 39 is divisible by 13. Therefore, this number 2,55,216 is also divisible by 13. Now divisibility rule of 11. A number is divisible by 11 under the following conditions. The first rule is when the sum of the digits in odd and even places of a number are equal. And the second one is when sum of the digits in odd and even places differ by a number divisible by 11. Okay, if you see an example, that will be clear. Let us take an example. Let us take one number, 32,45,682. Sum of the digits at odd places, let us take it as A. The digits at odd places are 3, 4, 6 and 2. The sum is equal to 15. Now sum of the digits at even places, let us take it as B. 2, 5 and 8, and the sum is equal to 15. And both are equal. When both are equal, the number is also divisible by 11 according to the first rule. Now let us take one more example. 4,25,370 is the number we have taken. Sum of the digits at odd places is 4, 5 and 7. The sum is equal to 16. And sum of the digits at even places is 2, 3 and 0. The sum is equal to 5. The difference is A minus B is equal to 11. The difference is divisible by 11. Therefore, the number is clearly divisible by 11 because this is fulfilling the second rule. Divisible by 12. A number which is divisible by both 4 and 3 is also divisible by 12. Let us take an example. 2172 is the number. This number is divisible by both 3 and 4. We know how to test whether it is divisible by 3 and divisible by 4. We have already dealt those things. So this number is divisible by 3 and 4. Therefore, the number is divisible by 12 also. Next, divisibility by 14. This is also same. A number which is divisible by both 7 and 2 is also divisible by 14. Let us take an example. 1246. We know that this number is divisible by both 7 and 2. We have already dealt with 7 and 2, divisibility rules of 7 and 2. Therefore, we know that this number is divisible by both 7 and 2. Therefore, this number is also divisible by 14. Next, let us see the divisibility rule of 15. A number which is divisible by both 5 and 3 is also divisible by 15. It is simple. Let us take an example. 1875 is a number. we know that this number is divisible by both 3 and 5. Therefore, the number itself is divisible by 15 also. Now let us see the divisibility rule of 25. A number is divisible by 25 when its last two digits are either 0 or divisible by 25. Now let us take one example. 1,95,525 is the number. Last two digits of the number is 25 here. And we know that 25 is divisible by 25, and therefore 19,525 is also divisible by 25. And let us take one more number, 2,75,600. The last two digits of this number are 0. Therefore, this number is also 2,75,600 is also divisible by 25. Okay friends, I hope I am clear in explaining you some of the divisibility rules. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel for all future updates. Thank you.